Abusia Honorable Sam George, Communications and Digitalization Minister, offer baby a we air trendy. Na nina any say, Ura no say DStv, one more from a 4th August, a copy 7th August. I think say either Thursday or Friday, Mubako, send 4th, Tuesday, 5th, Wednesday, 6th, Thursday. Say, Omo the need for ever DStv subscription, any honey manema, any recharger, or best suspend you from Ghana, and as or best suspend you from service. I was in the same way, and a Ghana for being ABC say, I didn't know because for quite a few years, who say DStv, how mutuity Ghana for. Ewo yenkuruma no nti amankofo bebre akoto DStv decoder na alata 4G ni bi ye nuano alata 4G eno mu use instead of say o verify say o recharge o mu say na o mu kekan sim bebre we na Hon Sam George Minister for Communications and Digitalization ausanye the MP for Ningo Pram Ababontin Jata o say omomu from any 4th to 7th omunye the need for entisa suspension galore because yenti esanse mi bra Sadiq Adams edi mu chechi mu efri Angel TV edi besume yemfa credit na emomo yakoba in fact Dennis Miracles abwaje nso aka nsembi eno nso yebeti esanse no
Sam George any DStv odika started with data for one telecom for no yentumi nteso ye bedru achi no omo de data na kakraka ho na say yes e kote say speed no but I say Sam George hwehwem eno amene panyi bi di nkoma wo ma me background wa ye adwuma wo sa sector ne da na menya wi a yebeba abehwe ho adwuma but truly Ghana eniema ne bo edin no yaka ho asema kan wo omam ha no Nambio HSA Africa countries cost of living ewo higher Ghana ye ka ho bi omaya niema bo eten no ye ka ho bi ade na ma ne basa ni nyina ne se ade bia yakofa ba wiase se friend free market eniema ne bo no determined by the market forces demand and supply into bia ekoto ne niema no oton a said ye de ton of fano and what they day or the shani bo ye say o free market but yen to me nya free market sa ade na Sam George no nipa bebre enti ase te na omonti ase ne so bebre so ye politics but se o hwemu yi a Ghana aba bedru baabi a e wo say ye mpanyimfo ne ma omani ko essential commodities and services ho and there might be a very basic. They boy in Ghana. They be a catch or say, or more market in the US and especially UK. No, Obi ho 20 years in ye. Ubuchana say a loaf of bread, pano, akokonam, and a ye basic diane. Ye tony say abra or call US, and ye tony say ne. Now on share percentage of increase, no fan compares or call 20 years in here. Ye two dianimu saying. Ghana ye niema na ye hwe no ye tum no se wo de compare sa amanu bia ye de ne kobe 1000% within bia 10 years se wo hwe abra na ye frɛ a tuber of yam you buy for 1000 cedis no sa abra na buy ye 1 cedi wo de beto to nesika ho buy ye loaf pan no 50 pesos buy ye tuber no 1 cedi ene buy ye no ko 10 percentage ni ye say uni nam 1000 by your crazy bro e be 40 cedis e be 30 cedis enti essential commodities ne boy din wa Ghana e di entia because ahano yesi bibia ye market forces ne drive enti e was say e bo modern ni enya regulatory commission bia se musi be ebi ni bia mamini kan fam nko Ivory Coast African Cup of Nations e twa mu ni e ko ho na obi asika e different there but ye de beto to dollar ho because dollar no be emfa say universal ye koto acheke a omo tilapia na obeto no kakraka o te say Ghana de bi o Ghana high so pa Ghana tilapia na ebi mo ton 200 cedis ebi ton 250 kese no ukwa Ivory Coast a na uto acheke ne ene tilapia na eso sa na akosro aye 50 cedis 40 cedis so de ba Ghana skemo in dollar terms na che say Ghana de na e be 5 times higher ebi ti say emo aye tono back mu no emo na ye tono back mu na obehwe 5 kilo ne bo no omo de ne nusa e bia half insu ne nyina ye COVID time ne recession ena me busa say de ne ma ne koso sa of commerce and industry ene iwo a wo pe bia de can be a follow conversation ne say opese usua de a na wasua say opese odi abufuo etake decision so anu atake Ivory Coast e wo Ministry of Commerce and Industry na omadwuma ne say obia wo kwan say oton niam bia say de opese oton no nemom ye wo cap tieniye ye wo cap ne say emo 5 kilo ne ton a ya mosokro ubetimi aton 100 sefa boake ubetimi aton 102 sefa Abidjan ubetimi aton 105 sefa ba obi ani ho emo 5 kilo no e wo say wo ton ma ne bro 120 sefa eno ne cap no because ombekwa akobusa China ho ne so omofa ne sen shipping ye sen say no mutuatua tax ye say yanka ne nyina mom emfaso say na wo say unya eni say unya mfaso a bro ebia percentage say enti wo de o ka sika ne bibia ka ho a aban no ahye me say Ivory Coast enya bibia but essential commodities cap edaso omo national commission bi e no National Council for the Fight Against High Cost of Living okwa bo Ivory Coast e wo Google na bo CNLC National Council omate industry for ni wom omo ton mo omo ton eniema e de pa no omo ehwe dan so eniema ye basic e de ma omo amuti otemamufo no yate commission ya friend say against high cost of living entuntimi nka say wasi udan wo La Paz single room no dey 1500 cedis enye ye wo Ivory Coast me na me pay market forces intidie me pay na me ye da bi Oma try draw balance between eniema ne price say consumers benya protection any say omo kofa niema na ban so mo business ensay but omo di Ghana ensay da na onim time omo ye odwuma pa monfa minister ne picture ne to soma me Ivory Coast Ministry of Commerce and Industry ebedu Christmas a omo wo shops akese bi o Ivory Coast omo nim no munim soca fries munim Osmos ne EFC ena ye emfa ne say Ghana ha ebia Melcom ShopRite shops akese pa ye wholesale ni retail no minister ne beko on a nice visit anwa ye say anwa munim say ye de atoso say anwa 10 kilo say na o say ton no ebro a o shop no sika ubetua no ene emfaso na open no kra na ebehwere nti Minister of Commerce ene kuta nkrata o hwehwe price of biscuits price of eniema ye ton no essential ene Ghana bofruit to me free 10 pesos bofruit no ye do 1 cedi bofruit ye toto 5 cedis bofruit ye toto dollar mu kosro Ukraine to kwa ni sie no mo say fa floor na ye de bofruit ye de free Ukraine tini bo kosro entokwa iba afom mo kra ne ma iba Ukraine for so ma bie mu no pan no yate so omo de pan no free 5 cedis ko 25 cedis pan no bako loaf dollar ne ba from 17 a motomu no dollar ne ba from a Ukraine hwan tokwa yi omo bie mo obi eto fla ne bi no yate pa no so di omo ton na no moton no mfa so bone ukoka omo say other factors but ye to mu no wa mo factor bia wo dollar ubo Ukraine tokwa no enti abai wasade ne say essential commodities ye woniema bia eye luxury ene de wo pa e na wo be den se wasori anopa o se o mekwa akoda baby te say Kempiski mekodidi wo ho wonim se o maye o moniema se e ho no expensive untumi nkokon tokwa eno kura bi mu fight se ne boden but essential commodities abayire enam ayewie mo amohwe me wabruche ya muni ya dance se aduane bo efo e wabruche because nipa u hope nyina ne se obedidi se uniska kra ubedidi na ochina beto Ghana aduane no se restaurant bia na influencers ya sorry will you go with me today and buy we will not go anywhere Will you buy this for 500? We will not. Acheke gare 300 cedis. Aduane essential commodity. Enti sa wohwa niam na Ivory Coast for no fighting na restaurants pricing of food eka ho essential commodity. Yamma obi akwan emma ne ma common si o man no because said the city no. Unya kwhye price say ya na obi edi so. Ne pa no unya ba bia obenya loaf of bread 10 cedis. Ubenya bi unya loaf of bread 10 cedis unya. Fish aye ton no de ma me hu se fish no nkontompo sem wo mne se de obeton wa Accra fish full fish na obeton Accra ha aye de be ma bi o ha 40 cedis 30 cedis fish no ukọ mikrom a sa fish na omutumi koton bi na o ma ton no 5 cedis mikrom epuni ho fish ne so free ha enti aniama ne bo eden no sometimes government is responsible for policies I be ma niama bo aba form. But Ghana ni Consumer Protection Agency. Enti DStv for sure mo price a. Omo share in a way a said the omo benya mfaso. Ene said the ombe Ghana for more na aye aka omo ho. Yanko an ewo bie. Monopoly obi anko ho. Wan na ekokasa ama o. Ghana for be kasa edu ba bia na mpanyifo no kra akofo akire. De ama mani age Sam George ho nyina wo sa de we ho ne se data ne sa niema no. Se oye panyi na omone wo tenase na oje tu mo a won hwe sika ombebo ama no because mfaso omunya no one day no ombetimi ate 1 week mfaso ama o se minister je bribe we ne ko tenase ne jade wo ye no na ye nton ye niema ubetimi di success kana ba obra wie sa companies no billions omo capital flight billions omo flight de ko omo krom no enye easy enti so omo ton niema say Sam George kwan no nam so no say ye diplomatic o say nye diplomatic o it is time say we raise the topic eya me de say minority for nso aba say DStv for Monteso say the prices as Sam George to ho na ye hwe other countries ne de no ono ana akoye ne research eno na da bia so ye betena TV so a ya na ye ka no we eye say wo Cote d'Ivoire mansa na meba Sam George ho no kube price e wo Ghana kube who the oshe kube price who ho na kube ni free 3 cedis kube free 1 cedi 50 pesos they say kube ya do 10 cedis 8 who the oshe price no omo ansori a no ma hye kube nya luxury ade o pano enam emo gare anwa Ivory Coast omo de omo nsa to so babi amokọ kra free na ho na obi akra ne de free enti na oba beton emo baako 125 cedis 5 kilo ewa abra dollar no eye 17 no na uton 125 watu mako dollar ne ba 10 no enema okwa kraba no yento shipping fee mu yento hwi mu idea ba ode kone sa na ade ba would sell out on 125 the ebo Ivory Coast ne say shops akese na inum ya meka ho asema ena ye wholesale okrum ho no aban ni nyakọ hope na o ka say oh emo 5 kilos no eye 50 500 sefa omo nyina age tum we 501 500 ni nyina 500 range na mamo amoton wo mo shops nketo ano munya obi amamo ho because demand no was our shops akese na ekọ nti ebe force mu nyina amamate mo de so na afi o man no mujo especially essential ade ba ko ye important to Ghana eye rent na edina eda so no eye rent control na ewo ho na nje control board o some be regulate the price of rent eniema Abraham Maslow friend say eye basic no ba bia odi uti beto ka ho enenti ye na nam ye nyawo wo mokra na ewiase hwi ni ho no onyini ya no ope ba bia odi ni ti beto shelter Ghana shelter eye luxury say obi asi ne dan ano a price ne say de ope a onye Nigeria for beje Lebanese for beje there be yentra ma mu sa I was say rent control no omo kan omo act no no omo hu say ye free marketing ti no there is no cap obi timi si da twotwopo bi uwura mu na wo hye kra ache no ebetu because wo wa pe edan no 8 ya osi wi a emu ketekete uwura mu 1 2 3 a unim price or the dan eje or the dan no eje 1500 cedis single room self contained e wa Accra me na mepe ye ntena ma mu nya me na mepe Omai papa bia ni wa yebeka se obi anhye price ope mo amutu kwan se wo hwe Ghana hotel Now they compare hotels outside Ghana. Baby, I say, ne boy dimpo. Now share Ghana hotel be or day man 500 cedis per night. Credo, and a bucket is here, guy ho. Ubunzo na de gare. Be expensive be anyhow. But on na share the price. Any a team. Here your memu nyina nra anadwena me kan bi. Say services are essential. Utu kwan plumber, baba, fitter, adwuma ye de ensaye. Sika obetua de ama no. Wan hwe ya unse o pipe kra bi plumber ene omo ye ensa na adwuma. Ghana ha na sa niam na efo carpenter. Obi betima be fa carpenter the full day, mason the full day. No man 80 Ghana cedis. 80 cedis. Some mason so na rent 80 cedis na ntimi cover. I just say eniema bo essential products ne bo den na essential services anase eniema nipa adwuma no ye no e wo fom ye mu nipa obi ato ne eniema mse de ope, and we cannot stay in the country like that. It is Sam George ade na oye no may call say it is time that parliament ye be set it up ye be ye mra bia ye nka say ye price control e wo general because obo price control Ghana na akoye say yes anko cool time no. Adwene I dey team of price control they say military time. There be Ivory Coast for democracy, but there is price control on essential goods. Population of Ghana is 34.5 million. Population of Nigeria is 233 million. Liberia is 5.6. Angola, yamfa montoto Ghana home. Angola population is 37 million. DStv per price ewo Ghana is $82. $82 ewo Ghana premium. Say your population tin almost ne bo no din wo ha. Nigeria is $29 premium no. O compare $29 in Nigeria. Ghana is 82. But Nigeria almost say omo population doso. Nti yemfa omo ntonchen. Angola na omo ye 37 million and nka so omo ne Ghana ye pe no. Ghana tua $82 for premium no. Omo tua 33. Nti die nti ne ma ne basa. South Africa, 51, omo ye 64 million. Inti omo mpo no, omo de no enru Ghana. Inti Ghana de no was so compact. Ohwa compact plus DStv ne Sam George say Ghana to $54 for compact plus. South Africa to $34. Nigeria to $19 for compact plus. And Liberia to $36. Angola na any population ye pe no, omo to half of what Ghana pays. Inti adia ba ko pe and also Sam George sisi a wode kan we ho yanhwe ye tax regime. Taxes are eda almost so Ghana compared to those countries no. Eno nko na betime justification. See a clear taxes in free ho wi a na ya show mo cost of production e wo Ghana. Na afi ya hu sampa e perfect say omo tie omo price ne so. Ene omo ante so a de e be say ye ne say enye say revoke omo license nko a yempe kwan a because DStv no amanfo hu ne say be essential. You call my move for a DB or more nije no. Nipa omo woso ne dos nti when omo ba na omo busa untimi ka say oh a luxury there be obi awura wo mama wo pemfa so eno nko ampo no Ghana phone to bi mpo nyusu a obi awura wo mama wo pemfa so mfaso no hu ne say mfaso bum into person regulate o ya ban. You have the power to do that through all the channels. But they say Ghana ye anybody bia consumer protection. Your consumer protection laws weak into hotels charge the omo pe. Nipa ye control mu krum ha first trotro for. Ye mu omo say trotro. Ye bu omo one. Ye te petrol so I say trotro for until lorry fair so. Sen komo so betima ka say spare parts any taxes omo tua. But omo de bi BSC I say trotro for until so. Trotro ni so den dan yente so. Bofro to auto de yente so. Fufu auto yente so. DStv auto yente so. Power auto yente so but trotro ni de petrol ba ono na affect no. Meanwhile o use other factors or the ejuma. Enti yen support to Sam George na onko parliament na omo nhyamra enfan say essential product food any rent any other things in there at least yen to me control bibia kra essential services and goods there. Ivory Coast committee against National Council against high cost of living omo to me cost shops e ko check prices say untimi ko ton bibia ma obi akwohwe dan Asha Dan said there was center of Abidjan, there was plateau, there was Hase no, entumi mbro say. This is say ni say wo mu no, sa bi ni enye. Untumi si dai, ketekete bia, Ukaka say Ghana, I say dollar crown or charge a dime. Oh, Kruma, yeah, price poor people out of basic stuff. It is time to make laws. Minority assume, majority assume, Monko Parliament. Now must say, oh, essential product there. And near my money pa a survival we are said there. Yenshem rebia, ye better cap better so. Na ye be on mine, yes, you the policies are or to me enya sika more purchasing power because nti ehwe DStv anim this week so be take steps say omo di bibia better form now more price no said the aban ne kan omate so yes 7th August omante so a ye betwam ene na obi a ednani a kire baby foforo a nra na me read scrap dealers ene omo djuma be basro because ye twa DStv mo obi a beto no ne dish ne so to form zo alomi yazo ha fala for na omo ebenya Sajua
Oba money adwuma
essential products
more money adwuma na sana meka sarma me more Richard ni amakoya baso or the food bank aba
okay
a wonu anuane edema woni a wonni bidi nko de yafumpan de beda at least a day oso obema waduane dakora mo wadi anya aban na support no ono ane aboafo bi na keka bomu a wonu anuane no a I know say washa ase a Kaswafo enya bi and other areas be 4 areas now they are so be in the whole Ghana essential commodities are waka ho asem
food
enu bi ne ho aduane anipa bedi se unim oni yenuano ma tutu akwan tissue one akọ Italy edi nkoma ukọ Italy na ukọ akodi aduru a wonye adwuma fei na ukọ akosiki asylum enti omo free baby Caritas ye beka sa charity home papafo ne maamefo mmere wafo kwotena honom okwa ye bema no baby a obeda ye bema no mattress obeda so blanket ode bekata no ntade a wo behye na aduane a wo bedi anopa awia ne anwumere so yare nketen te se miti pa me yam ne me honam aye memere no ehodro ye de bema wo de se de mu oden ene be wo wetikwa mu akwa yare sabia kesie mu oye Ghana ni ba wati ni kurom na baby ode di ti betu sika ni bi veranda so kra kwakoda honom a ye behye nsu agu so na nso hokodru obi kurom a Italy ye bema ne baby adama na aduane adi ama Ghana fo bi kura timi kwakotena Caritas kokko register eniama na ye de ma omo no ono ahyepe de aba ne kurom
exactly
ye be mu business kra wo mo ye ya mana bro so se otumi nya bi e de ba ne kurom but ono aba bedru ne kurom a waye ohoho enti se ye man ye mamu ye mre a anka beboa ye nyina na rent control de e se ye hu se ye blame omo se ye mo omo abaso o baby anfo omo mfa sansa efiera no de no rent control ni edu de eden a o se meda no kra me na mfa ma ha bio maje ma de kwe rent control for so ni dan ni bia ye de bemma enti edro ba bia na ma rent control for no so bargaining power no emu ayemre ena ye system no so no omuntimi entablate all the houses ayede ma han e wo mamu sansa obu ono mu a ono ani fi a wasi no one ne yire ne ma occupy 4 bedrooms but o see 6 bedrooms and war outlet baby e dia ma obi ahan enti no enye completely baby amahye da sisa me de ma ahan enti ema ni regulation na koye bibie wo ho enti eto de bia na ato ye nyina se obi a beye na adwen ye ye kekere oman a emra na ye de hwese obi a beye de etene but mamufo no so awaso omo meki wo madwen se ye nyina ye aboa mo oman na ye ena no na me ne madam fu bi di nkomo e wo US na ye all driving nyina na or you see video into one say o pitch na roof so and we pack here. I have the video here and we pack here and also pitch na roof so o dia gra no person okunu ho o no ahuru no ho twaw na ansa no ahuru no na police fo agent adu ho enya wono na frɛ yo ayetemamu ni a wagye atum sɛ metime mamu me drame ma me paso man ni nyini enti se me hu bibia me frɛ police enti ampa wo mo yeye sa na wo se de tena man mu aban bekase wo ye bi na sa me no mienu ya amo a na sa wo wasifie utimu ana opese otum osimi be renovation wo sisa wo niam akono na obi de niam eba painting kura wo mpenti opese wotum ba bo a wo de ma wo no kase wotum biewu a ebe bibia wo nti ya na etu first na free a hoya me ba free abrochire ba oni fie wura kwatena 5 years oni ba bia wo abrochire du so opese otu no osimo wo fa se bi free abrochire ba ha no ba betere nti wutu no nkwatena he obetu enti se regulation be ye adwuma ye nyina so ye fa ya ho oden ene ye bibia ya dwen nya adwuma se aha ena masifie ena me de mo obi ahan me ba bi be kwa akwa ye adwuma wo kuro bi so ono nso be kwa akwa han dan me ankasa kura me nka ha eda bi be ba e wo se metu kwan na me so be kwa akwa han obi dan na ye didi me a ebe me dana.
This is how we live in this country. And price control and Hon Sam no be the message every Senegal aba. Also of course Senegal 3 years in here. And prices no egina fakon. Especially oil or say 990 sifa 3 years 2023 or the egina.
Menka me anti adwa poku asam nkyere wo. Ono onyini okotena Cote d'Ivoire ho an okọbọ ne bra. Na ya oba afiafia na yie bi ba nti wo ba maamefo no bre obi aniema. Entoma 3 years ago oton 200 sifa no ode bre me na kosu abaya no. Oba bedru Ghana na se ode bre no na bia oba no koto blade 1 cedi osomase enkoto bi no ama 1 cedi say 1 cedi to blade o say to bi bia no okem o ti Cote d'Ivoire he ya oba Ghana no ho ntono bibi obeto bia da bia no okekam ti Ghana nya ne de ontimi ntina ha o so onti ase na de bia no yeto ade because ade o to 10 years ago akofa ade na sa na ne bote but oba Ghana
Ghana oba nana Sam George ni pa ba ko a wasa Ghana fo yehwe ne ye ye bona baso anamo bi a ya otu emfa woni party a nipa kwa wodom pe LGBTQ hon keka ho ba ye MPs do se nya kokudro e ka se Ghana ye values nie enti enye se no e de mu bekumi krompo na me de kwa beto mempene MPs do se nya yi hwakwe a abranti afa so no ba no kure ba ko pe boni bia me bia adwuma enka se me ko si Ghana fo ye mpanifo negotiate no wo mo cut wo mo je wo mo percentages ni ade no tena ho me bu Ghana fo ena me ba ne sa ye mfa tax regime ne production cost ento nchen ba bia produce bia Ghana akora de resources be breach amaya we do ma igu so yi enti ba bi ho a wo mo production cost e wo so che Ghana de enso ye sa no mo etua wo bia akotena ho akoye negotiation bi agiska ne bum wono kwa na busuafo enti se an support such cause ni adwen say media family ho media be say ya e bedroom ribi no wo ba ye dane a say de iskasam na ho tra ye no sa no ma na de gigi ani e na beka ye ho abe part of ye live you from a enye ye enti se anyigi so amo ye mre omudwumede na sia e bedroom ribi no chese wo po adwuma na akosha dem areho a na se se na depression e ko
enti abe essential.
Very good.
Ka obeti make say data so say nye.
Oye ni pa bi o say ye boa ne pa animo a wo tue.
Entokwa okun ni nyina de ntia me na o ya adwen ba niema na okun tokwa e wo ho no. Ana niema o fight ne ye niema obeti nkobeti ma age bribe kese.
Very good.
E bi say LGBT. Wo start ya
ska wo papa.
Ska wo ho.
Aman no bi beti.
Ama me ni lawyer mpanimfo bi am no me spokespersons ema.
Yes.
Sa ekutantan no. Lawyer mpanimfo page di wo mamu.
Yes. Aman ankasa kra ntimi em fight.
Enso na abrante e fight. Hwana mo a wo tue. Minister se ba yo mo no manye nyina hwa na etumi etu sa na mo we. Me bon pa se ya wo adabedu. Ye suspend o me e de o me sa ba.
We.
Sika o munya free ye ho no. O mo nko. E den.
Na me ka
ba.
Tanzania for ne mining companies in starting to kwa no mo minister mako ne president. O mo se mo maye se ya. Mo tu sa e ko 50 years. Da bia mo maye 3%. Se mo amaye 17% minimum amaye share e wo mo a monko mining for de bi ye nyamfa so bia ye bre contract ni wo ye no mutwam 3 weeks na microphone na
asaba obere ni ye ma nyon na ma na nya den ye ne enta no cho anamo a wotu e national security threat o se obi adwuma gu a wo se bebre omo adwuma mo ye ne sa communication hwa ne ade ebi kwa ebi sport bi omo yi boss ne ade e ka ku won se adwuma no gu abenden
okay
na sa operators no se kwa bi so no omo enum ye papa omo buya ne o me dem tie na mi su ne kase wo ho kra won subscribe hwe ye so subscribe send bi a say na unsubscribe sa ade no se ni pass 1000 and be send the message na mamo a obi a unsubscribe a ne ate no his ko mbenya won so nka so wo pe boss bi a wo ho bibia ena rent control de ojwa miengu no ene se chwa ka se wo ni data Ghana fo etwa to yen cover mu 70% enso ma yetwa cover mu no ye de mrawe wo eje nti se yenya data hu se dadodo se na Ghana kwampo na wo madwuma ne faso ni so wo mo eye bia ya checho am se gu am ho kuma se de me ko director no no so ha dan
enti we yen a yewra Sadiq Adams enso editu edwa na Ghana ensem sisi kuro ketwa Ghana population about 45 million ensem sisi papa DStv for so omuni ye koni sa enyo because me am follow side na odo say me use DStv me angaza kra TV ho din ye me like me pay TV hwe na me pay football so me nya adaje I hope say me nya mre bi na sia me ye madum na to me nsema na me nya time mama sa niema but I personally no because of me niema me nya adaje nhwe ball what I say but there were a lot of people Ghana ha omo pe ball pa I think say Ghana a population no ohamu be nchichi mu aduosia to aduoson ebeye nkofo money gi football ho especially abrofo no what I say enti na amasa conversation we a flyer Hon Sam George Ningo Prampra member of parliament were taking it on Wasosanye minister for communications and digitalization Odi Juma Elhon. I think say this is a smart move and Urano or ye Juma I was a bona basso. What you say or ye Juma papa na yen face ansem na yen kotie and some Dennis Miracle Sabwaje Edia Tuja Efa Dr. Alhaji Bomia the presidential ambition MPP for BM nomination so be a bit me akofane de in fact yenti ensema Dennis Miracle Sabwaje ekaye na ensema yewra Canada Japan na nsinya odi tu dwa efa MPP ho any o support we any ehunu hu sese de obi anyo obi na ade no I say in one or the other way no Dennis Miracle Sabwaje eyi yewra Canada Japan ano and menti ase se MPP de nti emu ntimi njoda se obi kan asem a omo betimi agya ni pa na sebi waka na asem because anya asem bia na ye soso e ba sa party no e na mo wiki no day in day out oh yes you are what weaponizing mo ankasa mo ho na mo di tietia mo ho what na make sure na say it is so sad me ya say sa ni mana koso but anyway yenti sa conversation no na yekoba beto so e dia mo hanom area number 1 authentic platform Mega TV yankopon koso a yenti Dennis Miracle Sabwaje ensema oditu edwa ewo OKFM one Kwame enkroma tikesia a ewi adwe Kwame kuma tikesia akwa kire wo sister nimoni Kwame Sefakan anyway omunsu legends
waje ma former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia anosaye flag bearer ede ema osunkuko amanyuku MPP 2024 yene no entwetwe enkomo Uncle Dennis me moche
Bakwame me do so boss na ye
boko na so
I don't know the man so
I see me to nka na ache na da utu kwan na
what town they just all when chia they are buying in go for you on for one town here for you answer so ninti o sha o calculate answer with you
san we pip ye okoye no
we won say we am rant say hwi ya dum so le bia we tia o fu no so no so be and na ko so much fu no so na
I might estimate say there will be upward adjustment on the first.
Say dem say we have been me boso mi so esa dis ye wo so won nanti be share obi am so won nanti be share
na pai
but they kika kona there
na yewura Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ye bie nkrata mu se obi a wo pepa se obedi party nanim na wako e de agi to me 2028 elections no wo mefa forms na yewura Baumia ne hihye te sen
oh baba me I think say ade ba ko na ye certain let me say Dr. Baumia in the next few days no obey announce it the way to contest the elections and they are very certain but say nomination process na e kwai wumpa kama you know before I was saying no to turn them NTB and obey announcement na for the name so
eti pacho obefa forms nda bay
meant to me about the exact way, but you go so to tell me say, oh, you'll be the first few people on the answer. And Brenna, but embryo, you know, by the time kaka.
I see. Now, Mammy Musadiwi, but once other candidates be a you or Mutinum near the idea, but the M one say 2024. And now candidates no rally behind Dr. His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So bet me agi to me. Afa ko wie ya sani pay no rally behind him no. Asa atwa ase be contest bi. Does it mean say no munyi ni emom they were whipped say mun ko dina chikeka na say wo ma hunu bibi susufo.
So they be so in politics there is all about ambitions. Politicians to do na quite to say police ejuma. Police ni be ewura police un corporate kra. The dice on it will be IGP mewa. Enti obi wo ho ene oko contest. So contest on so to on to we declare reading also be do echi on already. So contest no we win. Enti so ntimi ko campaign ma NDC candidate. Ntimi ko campaign ma CPP candidate. And I ntimi ka say obeko independent. Enti obviously ye nyina ye be support nipa na party no apa but I don't say I'm for ba na say be say akopa flag barrier bi mu a nipa ntimi ka say ono an kasa so be kubi. It doesn't necessarily, there's no direct connection between that and whether Ojidi or nipa ni mu anas or nijidi obi o ha na djemu nya na say hey politics yi baby amaya babedri em say me so me fe no kwa na ekono generation no eno ani nti say sambre man fa me ho ankwan kodum na ekebu wan ha na by the time Dr. Bawumia be wie na na me so me time atwum nti me so me ko try me luck nti try your luck there say nti I think that that's basically what is happening, but there's no direct relationship between say Obi supporter in the previous elections, no contesting TBA or no wasam. I know there's no direct way with that. Debut.
Nane, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. See a BM, in himself copy January. Na a month for SC Adwene. Obi a wotie okay from there unu say ha de moada romanti e go 40 edien na yen hwa nimu emfemfi who is the new Bawumia
for 2 levels.
Okay,
for the people of this country and the new patriotic party omo edi kan ya power mo Frank Atun yenka MPP Frank Atun sam ho asam kan for MPP nia otie ane kase yaba opposition the dice one in the last one and say yeku no ebeba power back no dia ehia yen any MPP ni bia oti obi abeka kire say the ehia no and say party no ebesan so nya to me in the 2028 elections and one the most important thing na the MPP ni bia ni so Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia any nipa ene akensi e wom ene yeku na e wom no boni be say omay the biggest opportunity and I say the biggest chance to victory in 2028 nema miensa na ejina so ono no ye the most prepared candidates amongst the thousands of possible candidates away party no. Dr. Bawumia is the most prepared candidate to be ready for a contest in the next 1,200 or so days against the National Democratic Congress. The entire makers are say ne uni obi kwa kensie na mo kwa prebibia. Ohe ni pana na ho den ene ne sinto na also their shown. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in our party today, without doubt, is the most experienced politician. Without doubt. And the experience, it comes in different several variables. Longevity, I'm not saying, and fear to do a can, but the account plans were a yen a level and pempens were ye politics a jumano, our party, no mining monofo. About become to the indicators in our boom, it makes him the most experienced. Share, you knew be aware of frontline politics and now we are Mampini John Dramani Mahama Shinchen Kwa my way more. Or you're actively involved in politics today. A craft experience now Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Kwano. While you're running mate for 2008 elections, 2012 elections, 2016 elections, 2020 elections, or running national level elections at the presidential level for 4 elections. There is no doubt in this country, say, a lot of people will tell you, say, the MPP successes in 2016 and 2020, no? But Mahmoud Bawumia played a very integral role in that. Since why a vice president for 2017 to 2020, I say a vice president from 2021 to 2024, at the highest level of this country's politics and governance, no? And the active players involved, no, are Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. And they say John Dramani Mahama here, it means that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia remains the most experienced in our body politics today at that highest level. At that highest level. The thing I keep saying at that highest level, and I say, Obi wa with the police station executive and as a constituency executive from 1992. So
yeah.
Why from 1992, we're the police station chairman, with the electoral area, with the constituency, not some position, and a secretary, and a treasurer, and a chairman. That person has a lot of years of experience. Yes, but now the level of politics in the Kanwa, it puts Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ahead. Because for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, 16 years out of the 34 years of a Fourth Republic democracy, he has been playing the politics at the fore of the Ghanaian politics. Now, say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the face of vice president my way. To the extent as we speak, and it is even becoming challenging and difficult for the current vice president to even gain as much prominence as Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia had. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia brought a lot of relevance to the office of the vice president. And see, as we speak, say a party no, see a kase ye pobia why ye ready. Say obetumi are running national campaign at the presidential level. On here mbrebia no they are ready. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. O mine and kasanso e kase ye pe mampenia ye fit 2028 to 2032. Why ye ready? On here and say bia answer. What prepare no that that one bibia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Don't forget and so say ye can win. We as a political party, we want a winnable candidate. Candidate obetumi yinibia obetumi agitumi aiden amai Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. On my way say ye better politics and elections, not any emotions, any assumptions, not any data, any historical facts in the better. In the say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia amongst all the people who are running and I made the better chance. Ubi wako elections. The first attempt at elections in this country was a friend saying as a candidate in this country was in 2024 elections. When you have 41.7 votes. 41.7% of the votes. His first attempt. Others had done it before, they got 39%, 34%. He got 41.7%. Others have done it for the first time and gotten less.
But obviously, like I said, our Baim was then vice president. Now, what minya sa minimal votes na it cause to worry. And now, untis as him with that.
O mampeni John Dramani Mahama no ye mampeni. So no one kasa yo mampeni in 2016 into so lose elections. One say kwamba and we knew with over 1.7 million votes. That is why I'm saying say you find assumptions in Kasabium. It was a can come up, but a assumption.
Sure.
The facts which is there for us, because when the facts are there, you don't rely on assumptions. So your assumption is right. It could be a possibility. However, there are facts. And so when the facts are available, it negates the assumption. You no longer work with the assumptions. The fact of the matter is that say an issue of say obi your mampenia be di chire donya set o election when we near it me a problem false because there is evidence say o mampeni nan kasakra kwa bato mani dusiye but o sanso san ko bae e be di o mampeni. Why do you think that the NDC in their wisdom refused to change a president that was a seated president, that had been an acting president, had been a vice president, and lost elections by, at the time, unprecedented 1 million votes, and yet they decided to say the answer no? It was because the NDC were clear in their mind, say Obiko Abatwo, not say, Unya 41.7% of the voter. It means that over 41.7% of the voters in the country who have confidence in him. Nejuma Akane say, Oba convince an additional 9%. No, we didn't kunim. And see, if you are such a winnable person in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, all we need is to convince an additional 9% of the country's votes to vote for him. You don't throw him away and assume, say, Yankofa Kwame Nkrumah tikesi mbra number start. No, ye nim so ko benya 20% to, so benya 30% to, so benya 50% to, so benya 60% to. Again, the facts of the matter and the historical trends in Ghana me say, apart from Omampeni John Dramani Mahama, na oye acting president in 2012 Oko election for the first time we win, we've not ever had a candidate run an election for the first time in this country and won. And see, I don't know how to take it a risk, I don't know how to take it a assumption, no. When the present facts and data and historical way nature trend nature say, Nipana wako be pen. Odona me say me my airline na makoto Obama Kwame Nkrumah tikesi pen. That's a Kwame Nkrumah tikesi e elections. The likelihood say metumi asen ato ama no higher than say obi foforo kra na eba. As a party, you need to be able to risk and use assumptions when we have the facts facing us. Say all we need in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is 9% of the votes of this country, and he will be president. Then we quickly run and go and look at the trend. Now over the period, on my way, your vote pattern how is it like? Then you realize that almost all the presidents are almost all the presidents are no. They built on their past elections to get to the presidency. Omampeni Kufuor, Oko 98, 96, Wenya. And about 2000 Obenya, 2000 Obama, 96 Okotia, on former president Rollins are not yet incumbent president Okoye. And that was Omampeni Kufuor first time. And as a first time, he lost. Rollins winning here. And then Omampeni Kufuor came into the 2000 elections as a second time candidate. This time, Obatia, first time candidate, Professor Tamils. Professor Tamils, as a result of being a first time candidate, lost. Omampeni Kufuor won the 2000 elections. Then, Omampeni Kufuor won 2004 again. In 2008 elections, Omampeni Kufuor mbre aso. Just as Omampeni John Dramani Mahama mbre aso this elections, after this elections, And now MPP, who being a candidate for NDC for realize that your mampini Professor Mills and your tone that any BA, maybe obviously be our tone. Elections are about visibility, about image identification, about name identification. And see, almost saying repeat Professor Mills in the 2008 elections. And guess what? Because Professor Mills at that time was running for the third time against and another for the candidate who is coming for the first time, again, the electoral trends and the political science was at play. It's in another Danko Kufuor being a first timer, lost the 2008 elections. Professor Mills won the 2008 elections. Then Nana Danko Kufuor now counts back into the elections. How many times? 2012, 2008 he lost, 2012 he lost, then 2016 on the third attempt he won the elections. Why did the MPP repeat on Kufuor? Because the MPP was very clear in their minds all that period. Say, see, I can't say yes, son, another than Kufuor. They say, yeah, 3 years because at any point in time, I had a candidate for Bebano. Now, of course, that's free zero. And see, we need to get the consistency in our candidates to ensure say we are building on what he has done to win election. By the time we got to 2016, everybody in this country, just as it happened for Tamils in 2008, everybody in this country was ready for another Dankwa Akufo-Addo presidency because they have heard his message, they know him, they've seen him, we have a similar scenario as a new patriotic party in the 2028 elections. Now, the Amaya unlike in the past, Omanpenino was no ever 2 terms in Tinka. After the first attempt by Baobia, he will be going against an incumbent president. We have a president who will be exiting after the 2008 elections. It is a NDC4 pill. Here first timer. No, I'll be running 2028 elections. That is where the MPP's advantage is. An NDC first timer versus a Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, who is a well-established politician, well-known. Every Ghanaian in everywhere in this country knows his name, knows his face, knows his message, his vision, what he represents. That is the winnable candidate in Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Then the third point, which is the third leg, the formidability of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. As a party, in here, Kendinia, or the temperament, ne vision, the temperament, the character, ni suni ne bino, yet the Ghana for Bejina Wawa too. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia in this country will be able to say, open or my way more politician or yet precise in terms of or to me ascertain when the bill leads more Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. And that is why, as a vice president, you didn't know come on sometimes people say as a on it is because some of the most transformational, difficult decisions and combined with a bit taking 50 years, 60 years a bit taking. His assertive decision making character led him to stand firm and took those decisions without any aggression against anybody. And today, Ghana has become a model for so many African countries and even some first world countries as such. When Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia realized, Ghana ha etumi kumni. When Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia realized, opemfo awoka na hemachibe tu ewo MBA du Ghana ha utumi esane se hospital and health center na enyamoja amfa mano. When Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia realized, on my way mu obi tumi yare ayemachetre na ne health facility bi de bi owo asoti edrobi na wewu. And then he noticed, okay, what is the cause? I don't say the road is bad. Into be or walk na answer now be in the health center. Now the number the district hospital. I bet you mujano. They will work so. Okay, it means that we have to construct all the roads in all our communities before we can solve that problem. That is something that is not possible immediately. So Dr. Bawumia sat there and said, how do we fix this whilst we work on the long-term solution? And then he went and introduced the zipline drone system. I ne meno kasi say owoka obi e wo Busa South. Na say eye anti-snake a drone kwa no hia ehu hia so bewu because drone ebe deliver man in minutes. I ne awo eka oba e wo ne kra say ayemache 2. Na say awaka no na bibi eye na wa shorty moja drone e di moja ekwakoma no. Embra or this side we buy no. NDC4 can say, in fact, NDC women organizer can say, and yeah, the papa biana, and yeah, they are baby mahu we. That's what he said. Today, even the United Kingdom, UK, I say, Masha here, Omoye, if anything, zipline drone system to deliver health services to their country. UK, I feel Masha here. As I speak to you, in Abedia dance here say, Adia Bakwa Babe Boya Maya, SPD up the formalization of our economy. The national ID system. National ID system, okay, history. It dates back to Gold Coast independence time. You can't mind you. Or man penny for by or by activity here. Or my into me. It took Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia to come and ensure say the national ID system, which is a far advanced ID system than even the ID cards I UK name US citizens. That is what he's introduced into this country. And today, look at how it is transforming our economy. And then, oko your friend is saying Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, driving a lot of young people who have become young CEOs or more e-commerce and running more businesses online because of the establishment of the national identification system, which has led to integration and synchronization of all databases. And now national identification card number, and your senator number, and your tax ID number, and now do register with business, and now your bank account, and it be into my confidence number for young people to even sit at their homes and run businesses and still do well. That is the kind of transformational leader Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is. And remember, say, Sanyama we are making one similar. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, they were not popular ideas because enye car kwan, enye school dying, enye market, enye hospital na wusi. Inti nipa ne mfani ni hu, inti it takes a while. Unya kukudro, unye decisive, enye assertive. Untumi nyasa akukudro ni mfani sa implementation. And that is the kind of character we have in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. For us as a political party, there is no single individual that has taken on the NDC, our opponent, like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has. And until I know, say NDC for ammunitions, ni arsenals, ni among talking in the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. In fact, if you am Roman Penny Mahama Baby, how many times and what you say, Ubi Kasa Waka, Mahama, Nana, Jane, Abaida. Baba Kwame, couldn't say never your position cray. Friend is in the general phone, so better soccer, a Kufado Bawumia government, a Kufado Bawumia government, a Kufado Bawumia government. Why? Because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has always been a thorn in the flesh of the NDC. Always, all the time. He is the only MPP person without doubt to say he takes the fight to the NDC. And that is the kind of leader that the New Patriotic Party across the country we are looking for. Yenina are responsible for the future and fortunes of our party. As a party people, all of us from the polling station, electoral area, constituency, national, regional, we win together, we lose together. We only need a leader or a level-headed or a sober to be able to drive everybody around the flag of the MPP and appeal to the non-MPP 9% in this country to vote for our party to come to power in the next 2028 elections. You know, his formidability, he is winnable, he is the most prepared. For me, are the three crucial elements a properly Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ahead of all the others going into the elections. And see, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's tribe is not very running. It's not just about MPP. It is also as much as about the people of this country as it is about the New Patriotic Party. Because you see, we are 2 in 1. Me no can say candidates almost running now. Why not our articulate clear-cut vision for the people of this country? None. But open for our microphone. Now see from Kwabeka Junction, trust whether the business the Dr. Bawumia or bad, then Obayama teacher for they will tell you. Then Obayama nice for they will tell you. Then Obayama my friend is saying minus they will tell you because he has taken his time over the period to articulate what his vision is for the people of this country. Maybe I say we have in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a fine balance between a technocrat and a politician. Adibia, we have been missing for a very long time as a country. The closest I buy towards getting that was Professor Mills. When to me, Anya 8 years in Amanye Ankwankusi. We have in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia that fine balance between a thoroughbred politician and a well cut out technical man who is hands-on or see Jumanase. What to know when she was say the new Ghana now done in Niswa or Peso de Bano is going to facilitate it, accelerate it, and make sure say in the next few years, say you about UK, you about America, you about Germany, you about Finland, Ghana, you be to account. Just as BBC air reported drone services UK almost Ghana as in front of Hono. That is where Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wants to push us. And as a country, I think that from Mampini Mahama Bayani area, we have a fine opportunity to also see what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has to offer for this country. We don't lose anything. Say, Papi Amaye who clearly say, as a Mampini Abeditiano, Unyahwa Queen of Bitmania maybe. Because Kakeo to me as a vice president, it's evident for all of us. Okay. Mahama area, let's give Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia also an opportunity to also do it for us. We do this for our future. We do this for our children. We do this for the generations that are behind us. Voting for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, and it is not for those of us who are alive today. It is for our children, the 5-year-old, the 6-year-old, the 7-year-old, the children unborn who are looking forward to come into the Ghana that is already ready to compete with other countries across the globe. And the leader that can deliver that to us is Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. And that is why we need to somehow we will say in the midst of all the noise, and they did their question. Party people know are clear in their minds. Say, we have been in this situation before. When we encountered this in 2008 after our loss, and the between 2008 before we came to power, no, that is what we are going to use as an experience and double it up, so that 2028 CMI the best opportunity, no, we can take advantage. NDC are bringing a new candidate. Why would you also want to bring a new candidate? Where is your advantage? NDC kophobia will be any no. Into what advantage in it would you be any no beba preko? Send a buyer, you bet me say 10 steps. Answer no more candidate to be 2 or 6 dada. Because our candidate is already known. We have the biggest opportunity to come to power faster in 2028 with Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia than any other person. Obia to me yamani, obia to me bamani, but ye petumi dia. And then Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia.
Okay. Mama na was no say nyampa ma ya na de ye nchia so ama no.
Me so da sisi na nyame sha ma.
O nhira won so. Owura Dennis Miracle Aboaje ene ye no atwetwe nko.
So finally ni ye ni nkomo emfa Yewura Sam George ehu. Owura we obi a because he is on target. He is on target. And only Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa MPP for target omo okuruma pa omo set omo trap. In fact, MPP for edi ahwehweniwa esi ho no mo hwe omo sei. MPP for edi lens at omo so and omo hwe omo say omo be breaching bracket we no mo take omo on. Yes, and you know why? Brand MPP were position no conform you way. No more they were pressing MPP, no more pressure on neck rough. No more pressure on neck. In fact, no more young one of the few people and I say one of the people omo aiding omo etimi see MPP aban so. First one, LGBT plus bone copy or parliament or moye who ya Yewura President Akufo-Addo say me na me sign in nyembra no maka say me ma penso na makosa ni anti LGBT amana yembra menye because my continent UK akoka say it is bound to happen enti me Akufo-Addo menye da. In fact, Sam George ejina Akufo-Addo ni tiri so sabi e press in the neck e share na body e can be chire no. Even on Sunday, strong warning at the US for Mokaisa Assembly. Enti MPP for about Sam George at Honum. MPP for about Sam George at Honum. And Ubeka MPP for Brano Mo, Abaimu, I think say before say NDC for Moye. Omo boss Sam George asum. Omo may be seen as some heavy one. It is I'm very obia. I mean say or only the war city assembly city no bekanisa pepe. Or bekanisa on fahu how you feel. Always he want to be straight. Always he wants to be straight. And you know, assembly say the city biano. Obekan sa dia to one mama. And they not so can be and I must be MPP for almost set it up a year where do quality. Sam George think of fidie be you no more nya kwan I then a press it on also the neck. But on my bia I am fat. Oma yebia emfa oma yebia emfa oma yebia omo ya emfa wati na mecho na so omo ya emfa enti sa na ade etie na yemfiri honum na yenko se na medi kankan no eye Yewura Okudzeto Ablakwa nso ti sei NPP for abona to mo be kai se ninsin Okudzeto Ablakwa ka se Yewura John Mahama eba aban mu na se any appointee bi ana se any eye obi a wa aban mu renti jeta ono odi na dwuma beto ye wo ha na ye maame the nation's mother, no for tabla ba o my aduane didi bia ye maame Jane Opokwajiman, your vice president. Say okay, say Ghana your vice president or your body. Be sure so okay. Emi say wonkai because maame no mpɛ ne ho asɛ ɔnte sɛ Dr. Alhaji Bawumia a ɔbɛhyɛ bɔɔl bi wie akyi no na kyɛ sɛ akɔyɛ ne so asɛ wɔn deɛ so nkasa ɔyɛ adwuma ne ato force ɛna ɔmo yɛ den ɔmo yɛ adwuma ɛwɔ sum ase ɛna Ghana ɛkɔ ne nim nkakra na maame wei ɛna sɛ bi ɔmo so a ɔmo bɛyɛ ɛyɛ ɔmo bɛtena akonnwa no so ankyɛ bia na maame ne ho dodo no ma Ghana fo bebree kura ka sɛ o maame no wawu o maame no wɔkɔ na ɛsi a maame no mo pɛ sɛ onwu ana enti ɔkɔsa no ho yade a ɔba no I think say UK or na say United States ɛna ɔchata flight ɛne ade ni medicals ni child officials wɔ mu nti ɛna ɔmo hyɛ ahyɛ sɛ ɔmo press the neck of ɔkuyɛ tabla akwa so resign because maame na charter plane a charter flight enti no ɔno so ka sɛ bi aban mu nipa ho enti ɔ resign ɔne ɔmo yɛ sam ɛyɛ sam ɔkuyɛ tabla akwa bi sanye na nyɛ sɛ afei na ɔmo aba aban mu foforɔ na afei nso maame no ɔmpɛ ne ho asɛm ɛne ɛyɛ sɛbi ɛyɛ yare bi na ɔyare ya nka ɔkuyɛ tabla akwa ɔno nso nkɔ yie ma no sɛdeɛ ɔmo de yɛ same gyemfi no agrada ma ɔmo de yɛ same gyemfi nka nkɔ yie ma no koraa nti ɔhɔ no ma na gya yɛte sɛ ɔkuyɛ tabla abrakɔ aba bɔnte sɛ onya resign yo enti mo obi anya na adwen sɛ ɔ resign ɔda so tim hɔ enti no ɔyɛ one of the few people they have been targeted. Any the another reasons National Cathedral ehun sensem how osi expose asofo bi nu mo hanom yewura kusi boate nom Duncan Williams Eastwood Anaba dan Heward Mills Otabe nom what in the nature na say he is part of Sankofo expose ono no de bae even 64 million na o kan ho asem say o mo di no ayi akira ne about say 94 million and a National Cathedral now come no 94 million Ghana cedis. So you can imagine bet Messi see hospitals schools up for pitching Ghana but among the kutu amna keke ene da hono enti yewra okude tabla kwan so he has been targeted so munsunyana enti wo hwe de ekoso ni na set up omo person mo ya because DStv asemwe anya fei na ebebo ma men kan akwa mfa nkyerɛ ɛhyɛ ase nye nemu ɛhyɛ ase wɔ slow usu no mbɛpɛn so even at Thomas the late blessed memory ne na ɔyɛ communications minister ɛhyɛ ase kofo ɔmo hɔ na ɔmo mmia ne DStv meti so ɔmo yɛ saa ndema wɔ nye nemu akyɛ enti Sam George bae ne de na ɔmo hu sɛ no Sam George obi a ɔno no ɔkasa wɔ abandada no mu nti yɛmfa nye politics yɛm press no ne yɛhu sɛ obetimi ayi bibia afa wantimi a na feri ya yehura gina ne so eti that is the setup amika ho asem no eti ono nso they say why very smart why very swift in fact ni abere say omma Ghana ni bia mfa enso nsi ne so eti for that matter no say omanfo ne ka say wei na ekoso a obeye fast no act ene do the president ne trust no modi ho nkomo no ma ye ho adwuma eti bi na yewura Sam George oye mo me mo na baso owura na ibo adwuma he is one of the ministers omo gina omo na so a omo bom ho magin pa in fact oni elembele ama Kofi Boanom sankofo no mo fight galamsey bom nyina mo because galamsey no yempese beti story bi we na be fight omo NDC for makache mu MDC say you people should no watch omo because omo begu mani mase and then a captain ka men so mate some information no sad no watch omo and this you people will be disgraced because galamsey ya dey a critical issue kroma say ye nyaw sekem na nado ene na ama na nado tebi akondwa so tena anye ne de menim se so tena anye ne de de menim a ono akofo na kondwa se presidency na mo maintenance so a me am de makondwa benante ere de mete so anye obi na de maame you get me right entino mo nyine mo ho na mo nye adwuma on the side of galamsey any anti LGBTQ+ born mon shase na mon pass you because this are yanum the be compare tiamo subscribe for comment to manum still remains your number one authentic platform negative na kupon koswa e shama crowd bye bye.